If you are divine, trust me, you are divine, then why doesn't it always feel that way? So you will often hear spiritual teachers say something like, you're already perfect the way that you are, or you're a cosmic being in a human form, or you are a divine expression of consciousness. And all of these things are true. And you may even have experienced these things if you've done any kind of spiritual practices like meditation or taking plant medicine. Or maybe you just experienced it in your daily life. Or you may have experienced that the only thing that's real is love. And if you have, then you know it to be true. So how come you don't always experience this? So the reason has something to do with your body and with your frequency. You see, you have the same powers as the goddess or the god or the source that created the universe. So you are a co-creator, right? You've heard this term, probably. And you have powers, you possess abilities, but in limitation. In relationship to anything, you can essentially react in two ways. You can contract or you can expand. And if you reflect on your life, you know this to be true. If you're a voter for the orange man, then you have contracted. Why? Because you're unable to include anybody else in your future. So I don't want to get political, because we all do this. We all contract. We all expand in relation to different things. But the issue is there are a couple of contractions, a couple of blocks that are essential to us as human beings, and they have to do with the powers of the goddess. So the first power has to do with will, with love, and with desire, and it is centered in the heart. And the heart is where we feel a sense of belonging, or we don't feel a sense of belonging. So if we have an ache in the heart, if we have a pain in the heart, it is because of this birth trauma that we feel that we don't belong, that we have drifted away from our origin, from where we come from. So that's the heart, connected to the will. And then there's the head, which is connected to knowledge. Now, our knowledge, by its very nature, is limited, right? So we experience frustration, we dwell in darkness, we feel our limitations, that we don't understand who we are, what we came here to do, what we can hope for, these kind of things. That's the head. And then there is the navel point, which is our ability to do things, to get things done. And we can't accomplish everything that we set out to do. This is one of our great frustrations, right? That we can't do everything that we want. So that's the navel point, and our inability to accomplish everything that we set out to do. So in order to come into harmony with these limitations, in order to heal these three centers, there are certain practices that we can do. And if we do these practices, we can eventually blow open these limitations, and we can always, at every single moment of the day, experience this divinity, this divine love that we really are. Now, how to do these practices? I suppose that's the topic of another video.